Wanted to do a self-defense course to make sure that you're ready to defend yourself.
I learned some Tai Chi already.
Yeah.
Tai Chi, that's cool, but what are you going to do when the guy gets behind you, bigger than you, stronger than you, and heavier than you? That Tai Chi ain't going to do shit. So Tai Chi, this ain't Digimon, sit down and listen to some of this stuff that can save your life.
Oh, yes.
Otherwise, you could be in danger the rest of your life and you wouldn't even know it.
Alright.
What's Simon?
I told him about it. He didn't sound too kind.
Go grab him.
Oh, also, since I can't use heat, I would like to request ribbed nails. Ribbed nails?
Ribbed nails.
Yeah, ribbed nails.
Oh my god.
Wood salt and the salt.
Alright. Chris, let's everybody line up dozer style. Let's get everybody right here. Ready to learn from Sensei Chris. Chris, I will bow to you out of respect. Everybody bow to Chris?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Chris, you go ahead and run this however you see fit. Let's get these people some actual self-defense knowledge.
So let's get the most basic stuff out of the way. The more passive stuff. The passive things you can do to lower your risk of being attacked. Now we all understand how shadows work, right? Light source sits something solid, the light doesn't make it past that solid thing, right? Sometimes it's a can, sometimes it's your home, and sometimes you're as big as me, you just cause a big swing. But you can use that shadow to your advantage. That at least at night, carry it with you, and you'll never be failed. Keep a light source behind you. At no point in time, unless a car is passing you, should you have more than one shadow in front of you. Not only does it keep the shadow in front of you, but anyone behind you's shadow is going to appear right in front of you.
Oh, wow.
And you can catch that way quicker than you think. And this is some stuff that's legitimately saved my life. I have literally avoided muggers coming up behind me with guns, ready to come up and be like, okay, motherfucker, what now? If you can avoid it using simple tricks like this, you don't have to worry about defending yourself. You don't have to worry about Tai Chi and somebody Agumon and making Digimon into Warp Raymon, because sadly, in reality, we don't have thermonuclear dinosaurs, okay? But simple tricks like that can keep you from it. Now, if you've got to get into a fight, right, and the guy's bigger than you, let's face it, right? Let's say I come up here, all right, motherfucker, everything you got now, empty it. Dad is hungry. What's he gonna do? Smaller than me, I can probably lift him up, throw him. The one thing he can do, right there. How much weight does it take to shatter a kneecap? Anyone tell me? Any one of you, at all. You look like a fit guy, you should know this.
How much weight it takes to shatter a kneecap?
Yep.
20, I feel like 20 pounds.
You're being generous to a kneecap. Even kneecaps as reinforced as mine will fall to this simple amount of weight. And I bet you Letty could produce that weight without even trying. I'll give you guys one more chance here.
You want me to break a kneecap? 5 pounds.
You just got a whole lot closer. 7. 7 pounds of pressure. 7 pounds of force to someone's kneecap will shatter it. Shatter someone's kneecap without standing on the leg. There's no And 7 pounds is not hard to produce as a human being. Very simply that. Get accurate. Bump as hard as you can if they're behind you. Kick as hard as you can on the front. The next step. Let's talk about fighting dirty. I get it, right? We've all got a sense of honor to ourselves. Us guys will never grab for the balls. And us ladies, let's face it, we're not going to grab them by the pussy. We're not going to go yank each other's tits. I got them too, so I can say that. We're not going to yank each other's toots, okay? But the problem is, in a life and death situation, no one gives a fuck. If you encounter a mountain lion on the road, are they going to give a fuck who you are?
Nope.
They're not going to give a fuck you're a vegan peanut butter member. They're not going to give a fuck if you eat meat. They're not going to give a fuck if you're white, black, Asian, doesn't matter. more dangerous? They're predators. And they're going to pick on the people who are the least prepared. Keep yourself looking like you belong. Keep yourself looking strong. In any kind of way. If it means tactically walking near light. If it means keeping your eyes open. Because let me tell you, the attack can come from anywhere. Any hunter will tell you that. Any hunter will tell you this. We're always about gun safety these days, right? It's America. It's going to happen. But you don't even want to defend yourself. Think like a hunter. When you're in the wild, you are surrounded by nature. Nothing else. You've got wild animals who are used to this stuff. Animals who have grown with camouflage to match it. And most of your mountain lions and tigers have never seen until what happens. And want to take a guess?
It's too late.
Thank you, beautiful host there. And that's the truth. A lot of these people don't see it. They don't monitor the area. And then you just know it. You just hear the... as they jump right for you. Mm-hmm. There's only one tactic to survive that. Fight for your life. When it comes to animals, let's face it, we're going to encounter them at some point. I mean, some of you might never leave your home after leaving here, because let's face it, society is a very bitchy place to be around. But if you do, if you happen to go walk the road instead of driving safely like you should, in your little mini coupe, beep beep, you're down. You don't do that. You decide to walk to the store. You decide to walk to Whole Foods. Be ready, because there's cougars and lions out there everywhere looking for people. They're looking for an easy meal, and they know people going to Whole Foods. That's an easy meal right there. I know that they're going to weigh themselves down by their tax dollars and how much they spend on their food. It's more than their mortgage. And this motherfucker is down in his luck. Easy, quick of a meal. How do you defend yourself? Go for the eyes. And worst comes to worst, shove that fist right down their mouth. Get them to fucking puke. Because as soon as they're throwing up, as soon as they're getting sick, you can get away. But let me ask you this. If I get any of you guys puking up everything you got in your gut right now, you can have the strength to chase me?
Not really.
Exactly. Stay strong. Get the fight out of them. Be observant. Take a hunter's course if you need to. They'll teach you about observations. When you're in the wild, they're in their natural habitat. You'll never see it. Just like I said earlier. You'll never notice it until they're literally right in your face. There are people who are experts who are killed by predators that way. Because they get comfortable. They get comfy. Maybe they've gone on their walk. Like there's a story of a young lady in Siberia. She gets a job working for an oil refinery. One day she decides, oh, I'm going to go for a fucking walk this way. Away from the compound. And as we all know, colder climates like that, what type of predators do they house? Anyone? They're the biggest bear species in the man. They're also the most vicious.
Polar bears.
Exactly. These animals are made to kill.
Which one?
They are the hugest bear species. They are also the bear species in the most desperate need of more space, and more than likely will invade your home should you decide to make home in a cold climate. You know what your likelihood of surviving that is? 0, and that young lady didn't even have a chance. Gets down the road. You got footage of it. There's footage of this stuff. Lady took pictures of this polar bear. That is close to me and you. Don't respect the space. Don't watch where you are. Next thing you know, you got a polar bear over 1,000 pounds jumping on you. And they don't just stop at mauling you. No. They will jump on top of you to crush your rib cage. Mm-hmm. Be observant, because these are the type of predators you can't win against. You can't win against a gorilla. Even if they're not predators, they're still badass motherfuckers to watch out for. Polar bears, there's some species you just can't hide. Fun. And you can't fight them. Be observant. If you find you're in their area, get the fuck out. They can smell you. They can see you. They can feel you. They know your aura. They know your scent. They know your brand. Running's pointless. Fighting's pointless. Unless you have friends. If you're going to be dumb enough to go away from your compound, your safe place, your oil refinery as it puts. If you're dumb enough to go out alone, Expect another Jack and Jill, except this time they didn't come back from the old lady's gingerbread house. This time, you're in the gut of a mountain lion, or in the gut of a polar bear, or maybe you're in the feces of some gorilla who killed you and decided, fuck it, meat just sounds like a good idea today because, believe it or fucking not, primates do eat meat. Chimpanzees have been observed eating meat, and they can be cannibals. Famous case in point, back in the 70s, they were observing a kind of troop of chimpanzees, right? Very tight-knit group, almost like this right here. Everyone's together. They interacted with each other, ate with each other, shit with each other, pissed with each other, and drank with each other. They had fun, they had bad times. Well, leader dies. The one person that kept it all together just croaks, old age. And out of nowhere, there's two dominants, like two males trying to take over a territory. And eventually the group splits. They all separate. And you think it's going to be amicable. Okay, fuck you, I don't like how you run this shit. Fuck you, I don't like how you run this shit. We're going to go separate ways. But in reality, that's not the truth. These guys went to war with each other. And it was fairly common that any stragglers from one group was eaten by the other. Actual footage of this happening. The lady who did this experiment said she never wanted to work with chimpanzees again because of it. But watch your back. Watch your surroundings. Be ready to do everything you can to survive. And if it comes down to the worst, get dirty with it. If you're fighting with a giant ape coming at you, you know it's male crap with those balls. Because it's going for yours. It knows the weak spot in all of us. Any predator looking to hurt you is going to know your weak spots. And some people might laugh at this. That's funny. It's weird, some of these ideas. Until you actually have to put them to work. Until you're a young woman in your 30s, pregnant with a kid, getting beat on by your boyfriend, and the one thing you can do is kick. You'll learn that one day when you're walking down the road in Detroit, Michigan, and you got guys behind you, and it ain't just one. And you got to judge by that shadow if they're looking to jump or not. Because they'll jump. They'll jump as soon as you show, as soon as you look back, as soon as you look over that shoulder. You're done. Absolutely done. And sometimes, you're gone without a trace. Amelia Earhart's a really good example. Famous woman, right? Pilot, wanted to fly around the world. Goes missing. Gone. Just thin air. Can't find her plane. We can't find her. We can't find a crash site. Why would you think that? A lot of people think Japanese World War II kidnapped her. Problem is, if it was something like that, that'd be a war trophy. As an enemy country, you captured one of the most famous people from your enemy. The last thing you can do is keep that on wraps. I would be driving them around being like, yeah, we caught this bitch right here. Thought she could fly over our airspace, she did. But they didn't. They haven't. And no one's laid ownership to it. Who's to say someone bigger, with a better plane, bigger guns, and more power didn't find her? Who's to say he didn't make her land? Send one of her boys to fly her plane back to where they're going. Kidnap her. Simple observation could have saved her from it. If she looked for the shadows of the plane, if she were observant of her whole area, not just what's in front of her or above, she wouldn't have had it happen. But we don't know if that happened. That's a theory. And unlike a game theory, this is real life. There's no one-ups. So play like Amelia, get prizes like Amelia. Play like a Chad, get prizes like a Chad. Play like a Kyle, earn the life of a Kyle. Play like a Karen, and we all just fucking hate you. So it's up to you whether you take these words and actually use them. It really is up to you. And it's sad when I tell people these tricks, they think I'm kind of playing a game, and then they go out, and they realize real quick these tricks can actually save them. Plenty of times I've told people this stuff, and plenty of times I've heard, yo, this kind of info saved my life. This kind of info kept me from getting jumped. This kind of info kept me from getting shot. It's all from observation and utilizing every tool, no matter how undignified it might be. Because in a fight, dignity means nothing. You know what it means in a fight? You keep your fucking blood. You keep your limbs. You stay alive. That's what matters in a fight, not your dignity, not how much respect you have for yourself or people have for you. And let me tell you something. Even the most blatant racists on this earth could walk around dropping hard R's every fucking day. As soon as they're under attack, they'll be more than happy to have a black man help.
Chris, let's not mention any racist stuff just
Gotcha.
because we're kind of under a microscope right now.
I gotcha. Anyhow, think of it like that. We all bleed. We all want to live. Live like you want to live. That's all I gotta say. It's up to you. And life's like a dollar a year. You can choose how to spend it. You can spend it being dumb, reckless, get yourself hurt. You can spend it being smart, partying, knowing where to go, the safe ways to do it, and getting out safely. Or you can pay it as a, I want to stay home and read a book. It doesn't matter how you do it. Be smart about it. Know your choice. Because if there's one thing I don't like, it is someone who chooses a choice, but then bitches about the outcome. Really good example for me? Someone who chooses to flip burgers for a job. Let's say that. Miserable. They hate it. They start taking it out on the customers. You know what my response is to that stuff? Buddy, I get it. You got a fucking job you hate. You made the choice. You chose to be here regardless of your situation. And it is up to you to change it. Understand what you're choosing. Understand what you're getting into. Because it's when you don't understand it fully, when you go into it, you end up regretting it. I got nothing but love for you guys, but be smart. Don't be dumb. Don't be like old Sally Mae who decided, I'm going to go for a walk this bright sunny May in the middle of Siberia and hope nothing happens. Don't be the backpacker going up to Mount Everest, not packing a few extra layers because I've been backpacking my whole life. Doesn't matter who you are. The moment you get comfortable, that's when you're most vulnerable. Remember
That's when what?
when you're most vulnerable.
Okay.
Don't get comfortable. Stay uncomfortable your whole life. And you'll walk very happy. And that's all I got to say.
I was hoping maybe we could do some more like martial arts type techniques.
Yeah. Alright.
Wrist locks, choke defense, stuff like that.
Well, if you're going to go in for a choke, especially a full arm bar kind of hold at your wrist.
You just demonstrate it.
Oh, I don't want to shove anyone's face in this pit.
Well,
You know what? Next time, come over here, man. Alright, now I'm going to come up on a chokehold for him. I'm going to come in like this, walking forward, grip my wrist. It's a lot harder to break a grip on a wrist than a hand. When you go to grip, let's say you got someone on a cliff. What's the best way to lift him? The wrist. You think, oh, grab my hand. No. Grab the wrist. It's the most leverage, easiest to grab. It's just a simple cylinder. And it's going to make it a lot harder for him to break out. If he's going to wiggle with it. If he's going to wiggle to the right, I'm wiggling to my right. If he's going to wiggle to the left, I'm wiggling with it to the left. You keep that hold. You'll actually choke him out. If you get to a point where it's a fight and you got to do it.
can we see it? Just don't do it hard, obviously. Can we see what it looks like?
Yeah. I always come in from the front.
Show
Come
the
in from
girls.
the
The
clothesline.
girls need to know. The girls need
Come
to
in
know
like this. I've got him like this. If he tries to wiggle this way, I'm walking with it. If he wiggles this way, I'm walking with it. You're keeping that hold. The more you hold this hold, the longer you can hold it, the quicker he's going to pass out. When he passes out, you can walk back, and he's just going to fall right over.
Well, they can still fight, right? Can't they go like with their elbow and...
That's the thing.
What if Simon's
Again with the
using elbows and
demonstration?
stuff?
Yeah.
I'm right here in front of him. He can try to elbow me with that elbow, but he's not going to get much leverage.
Simon, go ahead and do
He
a
needs to
little
catch
elbow
the
there.
distance.
Just show a little, fight
Respect.
back a little bit.
See, like, he can't use that arm. Try this one right here.
elbow.
Elbow. See what I mean? He doesn't have that leverage to get a hit in. He doesn't have the
If he
leverage.
elbows with this arm back,
Try it elbow backwards.
This way.
To the belly,
You want to slant back.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, that's my belly. Oh, you're just giving me a little love tap there. He can keep doing that once he doesn't have the leverage.
If he wiggles though, what is it? How do you defend against the wiggle?
When he starts wiggling, you walk with it.
Can we just, Simon, just get in there and
Yeah.
wiggle?
Pick him up and then...
One last time. Jordan, okay? What you're going to do, Simon, is I want you to try to wiggle out. Ready? You're going to try to wiggle out as much as you can. Ready? Go.
Just try to get out
Go
of it.
with it. If he tries to go this time,
You gotta get out of there, Simon.
You look
really
like
try it.
you're
Really
okay.
try it. Really try it, because I'm going to keep walking with
Are
you.
you liking it?
See?
You
just walk with him. You keep where he's going. You got to read the feet. See what I mean? He's walking with me. He's not in control. That is the whole point of all these attacks. Control. Take that control away.
You're not supposed to choke people. This is defense, not offense.
Well, no, it's a different defensive measurement, man.
Yeah, but why would you be attacking somebody? Why would you be attacking somebody? Why would you be attacking somebody in the first place, Letty?
No, I'm defending myself by choking them.
Yeah, okay.
So here's the thing. A fight's gonna hurt, ain't it? No matter what, I can sit there, choke you. I can slap you around. I can make like Vegeta punch you in the gut. It's gonna fucking hurt, Letty. It's gonna fucking hurt because reality fucking hurts. Yes, it's gonna hurt.
If
yes,
you hit the cord, then it just bodies them, you know? It's like...
Really?
Let's demonstrate that choke just on everybody so they get a feel for it.
Alright. Come on over.
We'll start with Letty, actually.
So, Letty, okay. Alright, Letty.
Don't hurt her, obviously.
Obviously. I want you to try to wiggle out. Stay this way. This way. You give it a shot if you want.
Elbows, Letty, come on.
See what I mean? She's got no leverage. She's completely at my control. See what I mean? Completely at my control. There's no wiggling out of it if you move with them, because the moment you move away from them, that applies pressure on the bar. That's what you call this, the bar. You apply pressure on the bar, you have a likelihood of falling. But if you keep moving with them, tighten that grip up. Go a little harder. Use your leverage. When she went down, she lost. As soon as you go down, someone much bigger, much stronger, much more of a carnivore.
Big time.
Yourself. That's not Scott truth.
Let's show Sylvia. Let's get her acclimated to this, to the bar.
Now remember, you're going to travel with the person. Our hand on the wrist. She's going to try to elbow, try to walk with her. Walk with her. Even if she tries it, you walk with her. And she slipped out from that. She chooses a good wardrobe. One last thing for you guys, it's a pretty passive kind of tip. You're going to use a baseball bat. Put a sock on it. You're going to use a weapon, put a sock on it.
If you use what in a sock?
A weapon.
A weapon, okay.
For instance, that bat.
Yep.
Put a sock on it. You want to why? Let's say I come and swing right at you. You grab that bat. You toss that bat. If I come at you with this,
Let's get a
you're
sock.
going to grab it. You're going to grab and stop it, right?
Yeah.
You got all the grip of that bat. Put a sock on the tip and I come at you, it's just going to slip off.
Yeah.
And while going through the motion, you're catching the sock, and this is coming right through your face.
Yeah.
Can you tell us the way to get out of the chokehold?
That's where that phrase "catching socks" comes from.
Nope, that's where fighting dirty comes in. Let's face it. We've all got external organs. Males, we have balls. The ladies, they have breasts. We all got points that are weak for us. And so ladies, if you get in the hole with a man, don't be afraid to reach back there and grab some berries. Let me tell you, berry pickers are some of the best people you ever meet, and they're also some of the safest out there. You want to grab and you shake down. When this comes down, we go down.
Can you maybe demonstrate like a good ball girl technique?
cup and Foley, like that. Make sure you feel both those internal testes and you just rip the down. Don't be afraid to pull as hard as you can. I mean, pull harder than your daddy sat there and tried to pull that door open.
Can you demonstrate it?
Any of you guys want to come volunteer?
I'm good at that.
You sure? I'm going to tell you right now, the straightest feelings you'll ever meet. I ain't the kind of guy that changes his mind after feeling one pair of brass balls.
Anything else?
I'm gonna have to pass.
Alright, well, what about the house come up here, man? He's even scared. He's even scared. See, these things are so scary that a man like this guy right here, who's bigger than me, is afraid.
I know about the berry pickers.
Oh, yeah. And if you're being taken by a woman, don't be afraid to be a hole digger. Anytime a sexual organ is touched you remotely in a harmful way, it's gonna hurt. Ladies, getting kicked down there, doesn't it hurt?
Yeah, it hurts.
Like a lot, don't it?
Yeah, same with tits.
Exactly.
Like,
Chris, what's a good hole digging technique?
it hurts.
You want an open hand? Palm grab. You want to sit both the nuts in your palm.
I'm talking about hole digging.
You mean?
Like
Choke?
you said if you're going against a woman, don't be afraid to hole dig.
No. Hold it.
Yeah.
You take your fingers in there. You go up, get it in there, and then just start pulling up. 2 fingers in, palm like this, pull up. It's a little different with women. You almost got to pull them towards you like that.
Kind of like
But you do it. Well, yeah. Technically 2 holes. Well, I mean, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Technically, we got a billion of them on us for sweat, so either way, like
just
a
the
ball.
major ones.
Huh?
There's a billion holes, but we're just talking about the major ones.
Exactly, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7-hole ball, but still. It's just like a 1-hole bowling ball. You sit it in, get your palm there at the base, and just pull. Pull forward, or if you're going on the underside, be more flexible, pull forward. You knock them off their feet. The nerves down there are going to hurt like a bitch. For that, I don't know what it's like to have that happen, right? I'll never know. But as a guy when you kick the balls, you can't get a puke.
It kind of is like paralyzed. It kind of just paralyzes you for a sec.
Exactly, and that's all you need is a second. 1 second to get that hold off you. 1 second.
It just curves off.
Yep. These are tips I wish I knew back when I was young. When I was 13. And I had a female bigger than me. Exactly. I wasn't strong at that time. I wasn't smart. If I was smart, I would have checked my bag at every moment. If I was smart, I would have told the person, nah, you can't be able to hurt your monkey's back. But I wasn't. I didn't play it smart. But now that I have that knowledge, I want to try to protect as many people as possible. So people, if you're watching this right now, remember, go with the wiggles, give it a little jiggle, and if worse comes to worse, grip and pull. That's all you got to do, really. But you want to try to avoid any have to use this. Ever. You want to avoid it. Because in all honesty, violence is ugly. We got a pretty man right here who doesn't need any violence in his life. We got some lovely people here who don't need that kind of crap in their life.
I like a little bit of violence.
We can talk about that later. Anyhow, no one wants to have senseless violence in their life. No one wants to have to cause it. Just be observant. Make sure you know where you're at. Make sure you know what's behind you. What's in front of you and what's to your sides. Because it's like Muldoon said from Jurassic Park. One will come at you from the front. 2 of them, the side. And then there's my little lesson in self-defense. Mixture of observation, willingness to give up dignity, and willingness to fight dirty. Shove your fist down that lion's mouth. Shove your fist down that polar bear's mouth. Because it very well could be the last thing you have, option-wise, to defend yourself. It's going to be scary. It's going to be terrifying. It's one of the most terrifying things that happen to you. Someone just randomly comes up wanting to hurt you. Animal coming up wanting to hurt you. You gotta match that energy. Don't walk around acting like prey. Don't walk around not observing everything you see. Don't walk around understanding the things you're going into. Because I'm going to say it one last time. It's when you make choices that you're not informed on, those are the ones you're going to regret. When you get comfy, doing the same monotonous thing, that's when you fuck up. It's never when you're super serious about something. It's never when you're uncomfortable about something. Never. When you get comfy, they see you get comfy. They see you relax your shoulders. They see you slouch down. They see you relaxing even for a moment. And anyone smarter than a 5th grader will tell you that's the right point to attack. That is why when wolves go to take a shit in the woods, there's 4 of them watching the 6. That is why penguins, when they have a child, this is a true fact, by the way. It's disgusting, mind you. And you will look like penguins with a whole lot. But when they have a kid, male gets left with the egg for up to 6 months. Mother goes out and hunts, refattens up. You know, reproduction takes a lot out of a female, regardless if you're a human or if you're a bird. And what do the males do? Stay in one position like this. 6 months. All in one giant gaggle. That's not a joke. Whole continent-sized flocks of penguins. About as close as me and Simmons right now. Do you think they leave the group to go take a shit, take a piss? No, they will projectile shit on this. They will willingly turn over and just... And you want to know why? Because the moment they stop and go out to use the bathroom, they leave the egg alone, which leaves it vulnerable to other penguins trying to kill it, and other animals wanting to steal it. They step out to use the bathroom alone, they leave themselves open to predators. Polar bears, walruses. Now, if you're a walrus, right, and you're coming up on a penguin, you'd probably want to be alone. So, to be honest, be nasty. Be gross. Don't go shitting on your neighbor, for Pete's sake. That might get you a few charges. I should know. But, be ready to fight gross if you need to. Use whatever you have available to you at any moment. Be it your fist, your hair, piss, shit. Be it a gun, knife. Be it your friend's little brother next to you that you can pick up and spear someone with. Be it your puppy dog, little Pomeranian that you can pick up and chuck like a baseball. Fight dirty. Because fighting ain't clean.
Thank you, Sensei.
Do you have any wrist locks?
No wrist locks.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Chris. Good shit. All right. Think we all learned something? Well done.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Maybe the students should go get a drink. Morning's a tiring thing. Dehydrating thing. Delish.
So what's good with this table here?
Oh, is the wood not soaking?
What's actually going on with this stuff here?
What?
What is actually going on over here?
Oh, this stuff, I don't think I'm going to use it. I'm using the stuff that's soaking in the bathtub. And then this is my table drawing. See, this is how
What were you told to do?
make a table.
Make a table?
Yeah.
Okay. And you have this drawing right here is...
That's my table diagram.
That's a diagram of the table.
Yeah, and then
Go ahead.
this is the stuff I need. I would rather use heat nails than the heat-resistant gloves. Because I can't use heat. I've used ribbed nails with saw and wood saw.
I mean, were you told to make a table using the stuff that we have, or did they say they were going to get you other stuff to make the table?
That said he can get me 2 things.
Okay. All right.
So if it was 2 things, I would pick the heat nails and the heat-resistant gloves.
Okay. And the wood that's soaking in the bathtub, is that part of the plan?
Yeah, to make it easier to cut, because I don't have anything to cut it with except for a steak knife.
Okay. How long are you going to soak it for?
Probably till I get the rest of this stuff so I can start working on it.
All right. Okay. Just checking.
I just wanted to know what was going on here. That's good.
Chris, that was really good.
Thanks.
How'd you think of that stuff?
It's the real stuff I use in my day-to-day life. If I go walking at night, I keep a light source behind me as much as I can. Because it's true. At any time, you should never have more than 2 showers.
What
And the
light
2
source
showers are
do
from
you
fencing cars.
You've come in contact with like gorillas and polar bears,
No, but I've read up on that stuff. And,
just in case.
well, you gotta think, right? Gorillas, we have not been able to properly measure their strength at all. So what's gonna happen if I go to the zoo, like Binder Park Zoo, Battle Creek has a couple. You go there and they bust through the glass. Like recently happened a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Kids were at a zoo out in, I can't remember where it was, but they had a couple of gorillas. They had 2 males fighting over dominance. Mm-hmm. One of the kids, which, by the way, if you're at a gorilla exhibit, do not show your teeth. To gorillas, that is a sign of aggression. If you're showing me your teeth, you show me you want to eat me.
Yeah.
One of the kids thought it'd be funny to show his teeth, and one of them literally stopped mid-fight, went over and smashed the glass open.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, people think animals don't got memories? Oh, they got memories. I can, once we're out of here, I'll send you guys links to every little YouTuber I listen to who talks about these incidents. Zoos don't want you to know it. There was a tiger out in India they had to put down a few years ago. What was the problem? This lady would come twice a year to visit the zoo from America. And every time she went to the tiger exhibit, she would always sit there and fuck with them. Usually bring a piece of meat to eat in front of it, shit like that. You know, in India, the zoo laws
Why
are
would
very...
you do that?
What? These people are assholes. Letty, people are going to be dickheads no matter who you are. That beautiful tiger didn't deserve to get harassed by this lady, but she did for years. So one day the tiger got enough of it. And literally, as she was sitting there eating a steak, jumped out of the enclosure pit. It was one of those deep pits.
Yo, Chris, I hope that isn't pee on your short stage fright can be really scary.
Yeah, it's a little pissed. That's why I'm sitting here on the couch hoping that it just dries up and no one notices. I mean, it could be another fluid from there, but yeah, that's a little far.
Letty, can you explain your entire plan to get this built for the fans?
Actually, I'm kind of interested. How do you plan to do this?
Okay, I will explain and show my diagram. So, the plan is, firstly, I'm soaking the wood to make it easier to cut. Secondly, putting some seasoning in the bathtub to make it corrode the wood, also to make it easier to cut.
And it also gives a nice finish, too.
And it also gives it a nice finish because it's seasoned.
Well, it's like staining. You know what I mean? Like,
And it'll taste better.
yeah.
It doesn't smell like the hamburger seasoning.
Yeah.
Hey, that sounds like a good thing, though.
Okay.
Sensei Chris, keep rocking it from your mods, Mayhem, Brett Socks, and the others.
Fuck yeah, guys! I'm glad you guys are keeping in touch. Somehow.
So then I'm gonna cut the wood. So this,
Cappy, capybara, cappy bullish.
so the thick piece, I'm gonna cut it into 2. This is my table diagram. I'm gonna cut the thick piece into 2 and make it like.
If I had to sleep with Sylvia Chris, or Letty Id sleep with Chris less gross.
So the 2 pieces, I'm gonna prop them up like this,
Probably the grossest guy here.
and then the top thing is.
Are you guys realizing the challenge is tolerating this tard's constant babbling?
They asked me to explain it. I'm just doing what they said. Wait, are they talking about me?
I'm sorry. You don't understand. I'm pretty sure it wasn't about you. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Real quick, just talk to you real quick. Probably Letty too.
Okay.
I have to put it down so